Our discussion today is on a right pyramid, and this is the question. We are told that the figure below is a right pyramid VFGH with a square base of 8 centimeters and slant edge of 20 centimeters. Point A, B, C, and D lies on the slant edge. Point A, you can see point A, B, C, and D lies on the slant edge. The slant edge of a parallel, which is a slant edge of the pyramid, such that VA is equal to VB, which is equal to VC, which is equal to VD. That means VA is equal to VB is equal to VC is equal to VD. You can see that, which is equal to 10 centimeters, and the plane ABC, which is equal to 10 centimeters. Each of them is 10 centimeters, and the plane ABCD, plane ABCD, that is a plane, a base plane is parallel to base EFGH. Now, the first question is that find the length of AB. The length of AB. Now, you see AB, the length AB, A to B, this one here. Now, if you look this, we have this pyramid and a smaller pyramid up there. They are said to be similar. They are said to be similar, and the ratio of their sides is constant. That means, if I can say, because I have slant height, there is bigger slant height of the larger pyramid, which is given to be 20. Now, larger pyramid has a slant height of 20 centimeters, and the smaller pyramid here has a slant height of 10 centimeters. Now, this ratio, again, the base there is 8 cm. The line of the base there of the bigger pyramid is 8 centimeters. Then we want to find the length of the base of the smaller one, which is question mark, because AB, because it is this is a square base. That means this is also a square base, and their ratio, the ratio is constant. Now, I can say that slant height, I can say give this one to be capital H and small h. Then I can this capital H, and I can say this capital H and this is small h. The slant height of the bigger pyramid is capital H. The slant height of the smaller pyramid is H. Then the base of the bigger pyramid to be B, capital B, and the base of the smaller pyramid to be small b. Now, the ratio, you say that H over H is equal to B over B. The ratio. Now, H over H is equal to B over B. Now, H over H, that is 20 over 10, is equal to B, which is 8 over B. Now, cross multiply. 20B is equal to 10 times 8. Now, we find that 20B is equal to 80. You find the value of B. Divided by 20, you find that B is equal to 4 centimeters. Now, the length B, because the length B was the base. In fact, the base of the smaller pyramid here, the upper pyramid. Now, this length B is BC or AB because it was a square. Now, it is AB, BC, or even that. Now, that means the length AB is equal to 4 centimeters. You have that. Then the next one, calculate correct to 2 decimal places length AC. Now you want to calculate to 2 decimal places length AC. I see AC seems to be a diagonal. Look here, this is the base of the smaller pyramid and AC is here. AC is here, as in you have a square base like this. You have a square base like that. You have a square base like that. You assume that is a square base. You have A, B, C, D. That one. You see it here. A, B, C, D. It is a square base, of which this one here has been found to be 4 centimeters. This is 4 centimeters. This is 4 centimeters, and this is 4 centimeters. Then they want the length, because you know a square here is always 90 degrees, and they want the length of AC. They want the length of AC. The length of AC. Now the length of AC is a diagonal of this square, and using the Pythagoras theorem rule, it is said that AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared, and this one into square root. Now we find that AC squared is AC squared, AC squared is equal to AB squared. AB squared is 4, that is 4 squared plus another 4 squared, then this one into square root. Now we find that 4 squared is 16 plus 16, then that one find the square root, that is square root of 32. Now the square root of 32, you find the square root of 32 at that point. Square root of 32. You find that length AC is equal to AC is equal to 5.65 centimeters. I think AC squared is equal to this. Now find the square root. AC squared is equal to that one plus that one. You see, AC squared is equal to 4 squared plus 4 squared. Then to get AC, you find the square root both sides. Now AC is equal to 5.65. Now you can prove that 5.65. Now that is the length AC. That is the length AC. Then the next question, they are saying into 2 decimal places. 5.65. That one 5.6568. That can be 5.66 when rounded off. Then the next question, perpendicular. Find the perpendicular height of the pyramid. Now assume that this is the base. This is the base of this pyramid. You have this length here from A to C. You have that length from A to C, and this is its base. You can see. Now we want a perpendicular height which is coming from the base here. Any height which is coming from the base here. And when you look here, you can have here it can make 90 degrees. Then there is the slant edge, one of the slant edge which is 10 centimeters here, if you can look at that. Then another slant edge here which is another 10 centimeters. Then another slant edge comes this way here, another slant edge here. This is a slant edge, this is a slant edge. Now all of these are lying along line AC. Now that means we can use one of the triangles, one of the right angle triangle. I can pick this way, I can pick this way to use to find the height. I can use this one, all this, to use it to find height. Now using that, we find that a height comes from direct from the center here. That means this length here, let me say O here to be OC, length OC will be half of length AC. OC will be half of length AC. That means here, now I can say OC is equal to 1/2 of AC. That means half times 5.66. What is that? Half times 5.66. That is 2.83. I find out here that length is 2.83. Now this length here is 2.83. Now I want to find this height. Now I have a right angle triangle which is this way. a right angle triangle, which is this way, having this one to be 10 centimeters and having here to be 2.83. Now I want to find this using Pythagoras theorem. I say that let me mark this one H, mark this one capital H, and this is base. And now I can say H squared is equal to H squared minus B squared, then the yes, then H squared is equal to 100 minus that is 2.83 squared, 2.83 bracket squared, what's that, minus 8.0089. Now this one, find the square root. 100 minus answer, that is 91. Then I find the square root of the answer. Find that length is equal to 9.5 or 9.60 centimeters. Now find the height here is 9.60 centimeters. That height is 9.60 centimeters. Height is 9.60 centimeters. I think you've heard how we've done that. First of all, I've used to find that height because I've found this length AC, and the height, you know that height must come from the top here, then it drops to the center of line AC. Now, being that it comes and drops to the center of line AC, I can use a half of line AC, which is OC, and the height plus the hypotenuse of the slant height over the one side. Now, using that, I find that now this length AC, I've found it to be 5.66. Then now the half of it, I divide 5.6, I get 2.83. That means that length is 2.83. Having extracted that triangle, now we have 10 centimeters, which is the hypotenuse. Now the base, which is 2.83, and the height of that triangle, which we are going to find using Pythagoras theorem rule. We get that height. You know how you get that one using Pythagoras theorem rule. Now, and that is, I think that is the end of that. Now just for revision, for those who don't understand, the first question was asking find the length AB. The length AB, A and B. See here, A and B, length AB. And remember, this is, if you look here, this is the whole pyramid. This is a whole pyramid with a square base. That means this one here, the upper pyramid, also will be a square base. The smaller pyramid, which is up here, will have also the same square base, but different lengths. Now this lengths will depend with the ratio over the slant height. You find that the slant height of this smaller pyramid is 10 centimeters. The slant height of the bigger pyramid is 20 centimeters. Now I want to find length AB. Now I use the ratio. That the height of the bigger pyramid H over the height of the smaller pyramid small h is equal to the base of the bigger pyramid over the base of the smaller pyramid. That is H, because they are similar. Now you can say H over H is equal to B over B. But the H of the bigger pyramid is 20. The H of the smaller pyramid is 10. And the base of the bigger pyramid is 8. And another base of the smaller pyramid is unknown. Now we want to cross multiply them to find the base. You find that cross multiply, 20 over 10 is equal to 8 over B. You cross multiply. In cross multiplying them, we find that 80. You find that it is 80 is equal to 20B. 80 is equal to 20B, or 20 is equal to 80. Now what we do to find the value of B, we divide by 20, we divide by 20. Now we find that B is equal to 4 centimeters. That is how we get this length, 4 centimeters AB. Then the next one, they have asked about find the length AC. In B, calculated 2 decimal places, the length of AC. The length of AC, as I had said earlier, that AC is like a diagonal. AC is like a diagonal of that base, the smaller base of the smaller prism, or the smaller pyramid, the base of the smaller pyramid. Now I extracted that base, and I found it here, A, B, C, D. Now the base is this one. Then I have length AB. I have length AB and BC because it is a square. Having found one of the length AB, I can have BC, I can have AD, and I can have DC because it's a square. That means all the sides are now equal. Then I found the length AC. The length AC is a diagonal of that. Having found this length 4, this one 4, and this a right angle triangle, I used the Pythagoras theorem rule to find this, that AC squared is equal to AB squared plus BC squared. What's that? Then I find the square root both sides. I find the AC is equal to 4 squared plus 4 squared. Then I find the square root, 16 plus 16, which is 32. Now the square root of 32 to find to be 5.66 as into 2 decimal places. Now, having found that, we want now the height. We have now the height, of which I've explained how the height comes. And that is it.